Hello and welcome to this CPD session designed to provide architects with an insight to the Party Wall Act and its practical application. The Party Wall Act provides a legal framework in England and Wales for preventing and resolving disputes between neighbours when building works are proposed near shared or adjoining structures. As architects, your design decisions often determine whether the Act applies and at what stage notices should be served. This session aims to help you identify when the Party Wall Act is triggered, understand your client's obligations, and appreciate how early consultation can prevent delays or disputes during the construction phase. Here at Murus, we work exclusively with party wall matters. We're pleased to offer architects a free review of proposed drawings to assess whether the Act applies. And where relevant, we also offer a referral fee if your client proceeds to appoint one of our team to act in a party wall matter.
Hi, I'm Alex. So why does the Party Wall Act matter to architects? When ignored or misunderstood, the Party Wall Act can halt projects, create legal liabilities, and cause serious client dissatisfaction. Many planning and building control applications proceed without the architect or homeowner realizing that works such as extensions, basements, or loft conversions may require party wall notices. By identifying these requirements early in your design process, you can prevent project delays caused by disputes or notice periods. Protect and enhance your professional reputation. Deliver smoother client experiences and strengthen your collaborative network with trusted party wall specialists like Murus. You can also design schemes to avoid invoking the Act, or alternatively ensuring that the Act is triggered in order to avail your client of rights of access over the neighbour's land, where informal requests would be unlikely to yield a positive response. There are three principal sections of the Act under which notice is typically served. These are as follows. Building on the line of junction, Section 1. Works to a party wall or party structure, Section 2. Excavations near neighbouring buildings, Section 6. Each section triggers different notice requirements, response periods, and rights of access. We shall explore these in turn.
Section 1 deals with new building works at or astride the boundary line between two properties, often referred to as the line of junction. Typical examples include constructing a new wall directly on the boundary line, for example, the side wall of a new extension. Building a new wall up to, but not over, the boundary. Proposing to build astride the boundary so it becomes a new party wall shared with the neighbour. Architectural implications. If your client's proposed extension wall sits exactly on the boundary, a Section 1 notice must be served at least 1 month before works begin. If the wall is proposed entirely on your client's land, the notice must be served but does not require a written response. But the wall must still comply with boundary line accuracy, and its foundations or footings must not trespass under the adjoining property. When a neighbour consents to a wall being built astride the boundary, it becomes a party wall, jointly owned and maintained by both parties. However, if the neighbour refuses to provide their consent for the wall to be built astride the line of junction, the wall must be built wholly on your client's side. Section 2 works to an existing party wall or structure. Section 2 applies when works are proposed to an existing party wall, party fence wall, or party structure, such as a shared floor between flats. Common examples include cutting into a party wall to insert steel beams for a loft conversion, raising or thickening a party wall as part of an extension, removing a chimney breast attached to a party wall, underpinning or rebuilding a defective shared wall. Architectural implications. These are among the most common triggers of the Party Wall Act, especially in domestic extensions and conversions. A Section 2 notice must be served at least 2 months before the work begins. Architects should highlight these works early in the design stage so clients are aware of the time required for notices and potential surveyor appointments. If the adjoining owner consents, the works may proceed once the notice period expires. If they dissent, both owners must appoint surveyors who will prepare a party wall award setting out how and when the works can be safely executed. Section 6. Excavations near neighbouring buildings. Section 6 applies when excavation is proposed close to a neighbouring structure and below its foundation level. Typical examples include digging foundations for a new rear or side extension, constructing a basement or lowering ground levels, Installing underpinning or piling adjacent to another property. The rule of thumb is, if you're excavating within 3 meters of a neighboring structure and deeper than its foundations, or within 6 meters where a 45-degree line from the bottom of your proposed excavation meets the neighbor's foundation, then the Party Wall Act will apply. Architectural implications. Basement developments and deep foundations are classic Section 6 triggers. A Section 6 notice must be served at least 1 month before excavation begins, supported by detailed drawings and structural information. Failing to identify this early can stop works on site or lead to injunctions. Including this consideration at the planning stage is best practice and helps your clients avoid delays.
So let us now consider how these sections apply in typical architectural scenarios. Section 1. Section 1 is typically invoked with rear extensions where they are built up to the boundary line. Often, where neighbours similarly plan a rear extension either now or at some stage in the future, it can be prudent to propose a wall astride the line of junction so that the second neighbour can enclose upon it at a later date. Such action gives a neater rear elevation finish and provides a little extra space to both of the rear extension rooms. You should be aware that the Party Wall Act makes provision that the person who constructs the wall can reclaim some of the costs of that wall as and when the neighbour encloses upon it. In domestic work, Section 3 notices advising of proposed works under Section 2 are most commonly used in respect of the insertion of steel beams to facilitate loft conversions and the cutting away from party walls to remove chimney breasts. There are 13 subsections of party structure works within the Party Wall Act, and these include rights for underpinning, raising a party wall, cutting into or away from the party wall, weathering a wall built adjacent to a neighbour's wall, and the temporary exposure of a party wall. As Fergus explained, Section 6 relates to excavations, with the most common provision being Section 6.1, which requires notification where excavation is proposed within 3 meters of a neighbour's structure and that the excavation is to a lower depth than the adjoining owner's foundations. Surveyors will use the age and type of the adjoining owner's premises to assess whether it is likely that the foundations will go lower. For deeper foundations such as piling, Section 6.2 of the Act can come into play. This requires notification to any adjoining owner within 6 meters of the proposed excavations if the proposed piling will bisect a 45-degree plane drawn from the adjoining owner's foundations. Note that with narrow terrace houses, it may be necessary to notify 2 neighbours on each side, rather than just the neighbour who is immediately adjacent to the building owner's premises. So why should you consider working with us at Muris? Our mission is to make the party wall process efficient, transparent and professional. We already work closely with several architects across the UK, helping them ensure their designs comply with the Act, maximise the rights offered by the Act, and protecting clients from delays or disputes. We offer free plan reviews. Simply send your proposed drawings to us and one of our qualified team will assess whether the Party Wall Act applies, advising you which notices, if any, are required. Referral partnerships. If your client appoints one of our surveyors, we're happy to pay a referral fee as a thank you for your professional collaboration. Technical support, guidance on serving notices, dealing with adjoining owners, and integrating party wall procedures into your project timelines. This partnership approach enables you to provide a more comprehensive service to your clients without needing to be party wall experts yourselves.
We hope you have enjoyed our presentation. Remember, many disputes arise simply because the party wall process wasn't identified until works were about to start. By engaging with Muris for a free review of your drawings, you can ensure that your projects move forward smoothly and professionally, with the added benefit of a referral fee if your client appoints our team. We cover the whole of England and Wales and so are happy to assist your clients wherever their projects are located. We look forward to working with you.